You're kind of bending over the patient, and it can kind of tire you out. I mean, it's fine to stand up and do things, but just for my comfort, if there is a chair available, like I'll just take it, and then I go right into things. I don't necessarily do any rubbing at this point. Okay? The first thing I do is pressing using my thumbs, and I'm just starting at basically the corner of where the neck meets the shoulder, and just pressing down. I'm pressing straight down towards the feet this way, and that's another advantage of sitting down is, you know, you're at the same level, and it's easier to just push straight forward this way.
Did we do something like that when they were for the back, by just flipping over?
Yeah, this is the same thing, but with the patient lying face up. And just progressively move laterally along the top ridge of the trapezius.
Is that it's in our homework.
I think it's better if you can do it symmetrically, but sometimes it can be also overwhelming, especially if they have the patient has like a lot of tension in their trapezius, to get like both sides done at the same time. Because
what about?
Like sometimes if it's really tight, you know, for the sake of the patient, it's better to just work one side at a time. This can get, pretty sore.
Pressing on 21.
Yeah. Okay. You can cover other areas, but basically I just stick on the top ridge line of the trapezius. And then what I do is kind of slide my fingers under as far as I can. My thumbs are on top, sort of hooking over the shoulder this way. And you can just do more of a grasping motion with your fingers. Okay. So I'm kind of grabbing with my fingers and then pulling outward in a kind of a circular motion. And then just gradually bring your grip higher and higher so that you're grabbing less and less tissue. But just continue doing this circular motion where you're grabbing and then pulling laterally and then letting go. Okay, and then as you get higher and higher and you're grabbing less and less tissue, eventually what you can do is, eventually you'll feel like the top fibers of the trapezius muscle, and it can feel like a pretty thick cord. And at that point, what you can do is just do more of a hard pinching or plucking thing on those fibers, and this can be really uncomfortable. So usually I work on one side at a time.
How does it feel, Judy?
Good hurt.
It hurt.
Yeah.
She's having a Kodak moment.
Sorry.
Your right hand is stronger, yeah.
Oh yeah, does it feel like? Well, I'm not doing the left right now. Yeah. So you can watch the patient's facial expression.
I thought her eyes be rolling to the back of her head.
Sorry. Yeah.
Ow, ow.
So GB21, which is yeah, a little bit more
to the mouth.
like halfway from the neck to the the acromion. This is the acromion right here. halfway between the neck and the acromion is where gallbladder 21 is. Usually, things get really tight or tender in that area, and also when you're plucking or pinching these fibers, tends to get thicker at that area and more. So just be aware that it can feel more intense for the patient in that area particularly. So, and then I do the same thing on the opposite side. Working my way laterally until this is the gallbladder 21 sort of area. These get a lot thicker. So that's like the trapezius in this position, and then we get to the back of the neck. And this is the supine position is probably the best position to work on the back of the neck because part of this is because, especially if the patient has like a lot of hair, like long hair or something, you want to push it out of the way. And this is a easier way to get it out of the way than to like kind of edge under and then be pulling hair out. From out of your way. So.
You got a comb.
Huh? Yeah.
Give him a comb.
Okay, so I just go down the sides of the neck and then I bring my fingers under. So I start off more towards the base of the neck, like around V14 area. Okay. For this, sometimes it's probably easier to stand up because. You're going to be lifting up towards you, and then if you're sitting down this way, it gets like awkward. Okay, so.
What 14?
Oh, okay. Do 14 is